I cordially invite you to come channel your favorite fairy tale princess as we explore the new Nomad Cosmetics Fairy Tale Europe. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, dedicated eyeshadow palette reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. All right, you guys, so it has been a little bit since I did one of these videos, a dedicated eyeshadow palette video. The last couple I think that I did, you guys encouraged me and said that you really still enjoy them and that you appreciate that I use more shades than some of the other creators. So I went ahead and decided, let's do one for this palette. And honestly, you guys, this palette deserves a lot of attention, a lot of love, a lot of admiration. My goodness, is this gorgeous. This is the ultimate girly fantasy fairy tale, like your inner child, your inner little girl that wants to be a princess. This palette, I've purposefully hid this from my daughter, at least till I get this video done, because I think she's gonna want it. I may end up having to buy one for her as well, because you guys, this is just every girl's dream. It truly, truly is. And on top of this gorgeous packaging here, then we also have our very own fairy tale by Nomad Cosmetics, The Princess and Her Kingdom. They actually wrote out a little fairy tale in here that has a really sweet message about how we're all really united and connected through life and similar things, and like the journey for happiness and kindness and peace. And so it's really, really, really sweet. So this is such an added bonus. I mean, I think this is Nomad at their peak. It really, really is. Out of all their palettes that they've done, and they've done some amazing palettes with lots of detail, this blew my mind. It blew my mind when I opened it. So let me go ahead and open her up and show it. But I mean, first you do have this sort of 3D print on here. And I actually, the cardboard that this came in, the packaging had a bunny on it. So the palette doesn't, but I should have brought that in here, but it has a little bunny. So that made me think, like, even though this is fairy tale themed and Europe and everything and castles and princessy, it also was like a little nod to Easter as well for me, which is appropriate timing for the release. So here is what she looks like inside. And on the mirror, it actually has mirror, mirror on the wall. And then it has, who is the fairest one of all? And this is, you guys, this is so beautiful. Now, what we have here, I think is actually really smart. So we have all neutral mattes, and then the rest are shimmers and multi-chromes. And I believe, let's see, there's 3 multi-chromes and then 6 mattes and then 9 shimmers. So I actually think that is very, very smart. And I think I've already probably popped in over here swatches and a better look at the details on this palette, because you really need to see it up close to see how pretty it is. Plus, I've already ruined some of the embossings, but this is smart to me because I think a lot of us now, there's so many eyeshadow palettes, you know, out. It's very saturated. We have lots of indie palettes out there, lots of colorful palettes. And I think a lot of people have shifted more so towards, they want some neutrals with a pop of color. They don't want to go crazy rainbow on their eyes all the time. They want something to kind of ground it, but let the shimmer do the talking. And that's what this palette provides. So you can do a little bit more subtle toned down looks if you want with the mattes, or you could go all out with the colorful shimmers. And I think that's really smart. Plus we have more of the brown taupey and then gray, deeper black. So you can do a smoky eye, or you can do more of a more of a neutral brown tone here. As far as the formula, it seemed like as I was swatching that it's similar to Royal Europe or any of the more new shimmers, the shimmers in Ghost Town USA, that really metallic-y, soft. You're not going to get the hard pan with these. These are those updated shimmers, and I'm very, very excited to play. I'm going to try to do 3 or 4 looks for you guys. I'm going to do 1 on each eye today, so I'll get 2 done. And this is Wednesday when I'm filming. I actually think I have a sty or something. I know I should not be playing with makeup. I know I'm very, very stubborn, but I've covered it fairly well, but I am swollen right here and it hurts. So I'm going to do 2 looks today. I will see how this fares for me the next couple of days to see how many looks I get for you guys. Please know that I would love to do 4 looks for you guys. It all depends on how this eye behaves. So I think as far as today, I want to play with the pinky tones and also maybe the purple and kind of go with that. And I do plan to do a little outfit change, my little princessy top. So let's go ahead though and get in with the looks first. All right, so first I'm going to go in with Craigar Castle. I do not know for sure that I said that correctly. Oh, I'm sad messing up this embossing because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. But and I'm taking a really fluffy brush. You guys, here lately, that is all that I have been reaching for when I first go in with the shadow, is a huge fluffy brush. And it's just been working out for me. And then I'll go in with maybe a smaller one to kind of get into my crease. But I have found that this is the easiest way for me to go in and not have to worry about blending well, you know what? Yeah, let's go with on both eyes. We're going to do different colored shimmers on each eye. But this is just, it's like this diffused, already blended when I go in with the fluffy brush. So that is what I've been doing. And this color is really pretty. It's just a nice, easy neutral. Okay, next I'm going to go in with Chateau de Chambord. And I'm just going to kind of deepen up the crease with the skinnier brush. And I love how these names, like you have the castle names on here. So you have the little castle theme are the mattes, and then the shimmers have either princessy names like Cinderella, Belle, and then or something to do with like Prince Charming, more kind of like broader Prince Charming, First Kiss. I think it's so cute. These are cooler toned neutrals, by the way. So these aren't warm, going to be warm for you. I'm just, you know what, I'm going to do the same mattes just across the board on each eye. But we'll just play with the shimmers. Because here's the thing, you're not going to get a whole lot of variation, obviously, when it comes to the mattes. Because there's only 6 in here, and they're neutrally. So they are really going to just serve as almost like a, I guess look at it as like a framing, like a picture frame or something for to showcase the shimmers. So it really could be kept very, very simple. And just kind of laying down the foundation for the real sparkle beauty to shine. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the deepest brown Neuschwanstein and run that. This is where my swelling is. So I know I'm nuts. I know I'm going to have people say, girl, you don't need to be wearing makeup when you think you might have a sty and like all that. I know. I'm just very, very stubborn, and I realize I'm in a time crunch and I wanted to do this for you guys. So stubborn butt is going to do it. But this is a little warmer, actually, than the other 2. So this is more of a kind of true like dirt brown, where you would see like a little bit of like a red tone in it. Whereas this is definitely more cool tone. So I guess you do have somewhat of a warm. It's still not exceptionally warm. It's very, very neutral brown, but it's warmer than the other two I used. Okay, now I'm going to go with the lightest Alcázar de Segovia, and I'm just going to run that right here in the inner portion, and then I'm actually going to run it just kind of right underneath the brown to make sure that's not too harsh. Ooh, I like this shade. It's nice and bright. I mean, it's obviously not a white, but it almost has that same effect where it can kind of clean things up, brighten things up. I love having a shade like that in a palette. So I think this would also be an awesome one to mix with the black, and you could get kind of a gradient of the gray as well. Okay, yeah. That just kind of helped like soften things a little bit so that lower lash line wasn't so harsh. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is go in with the deepest pink and then the deepest purple on each eye first. So on the left eye, I'm going to go in with Fairy Godmother and lay that down. It's this really like punchy, bright, almost like neon pink with nice sparkle to it. That's super pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with Sleeping Beauty. So that's the shade. I'm gonna kind of do the inverse of each other and do like the deeper pink with the lighter purple. On this side, I'll do the deeper purple with the lighter pink. But this is one of the multi-chromes. It's so soft, you guys. Like, sticking my finger in it, it's like velvet. It is so velvety soft. Okay, that's super pretty. Also, I don't know if I will do a look with a black base for you guys or not, but these are the type of shimmers that, oh my gosh, with a black base, they would be gorgeous. So, and it will give you a different type of look. So it really like stretches the palette. You can do so much with it. But yeah, this is super, super, super pretty. I hope it's not, the lighting's not too bright. I have a feeling that it is, where it's washing it out a little bit, because man, to my eye, this is so gorgeous. Okay, and then for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with Snow White, this one right here. And oh yeah, I love that. It is like a, it's like a neon. It's so, so pretty. I love that. Almost like a highlighter. Pink, but really metallic. Ugh. That's gorgeous. All right, now for this eye, we are gonna go with the deeper purple. This is Wicked Fairy. It's a little chunkier, the purple. I noticed when I was swatching and when I stick my finger in it, it's not quite as smooth as some of the others, but it seems to be performing really well. You just have to kind of really like pat it down and smooth it out. Next, I'm going to go in with Cinderella, the little bit lighter pink here. Oh, that's pretty. And of course, like as they meet, it almost makes like a bluish tint to it when it meets with the purple. So those blend really beautifully together. Love, love, love. And for this inner corner, I'm going to go in with First Kiss. Really pretty pink. And then there's some sparkles in here too. Kind of like light blue sparkles. They could pick up kind of purpley. I'm going to show it in actually just bright natural lighting so you guys can see as well. And I'm going to change into my princessy top. All right, so I decided to turn all the lights off. I've got my princess top on. I'm all princessed out. So here we are, gorgeous. I really, really love both these looks. I think that they're just so pretty. This palette, it really makes sense to do those neutrals, I think, with these pops of color. So looks number 1 and 2, I feel very princess and demure-like. So let's get into the other look. All right, you guys, good news. My eye is so much better. So I don't think it was a sty. Thank the Lord. I think it was just allergies. So we are free to dip back in to the palette. Okay, definitely want to go with some yellows here today. So I am going to go in with Chateau de Chambord first. So we're going to go a little bit deeper than yesterday's look with the mattes, because this is a little bit deeper of a first crease matte. And I'm taking that big fluffy brush again and just going to lay that down, crease above the crease. Okay, next I'm going to go in with Neuschwanstein, and this is the deeper brown, and I'm just going to deepen up right in the crease and the outside of the lid. I'm definitely feeling Ultra Belle with like brown on the lid, and like think of her brown hair and then the yellow. I'm going Belle vibes, but I am going to pop in a fun bright shimmer outside of the yellow that I have planned for this look. So excited to do that. All right, then I think for lower lash line, I want to kind of keep the lower lash line a little bit lighter, not necessarily in color, but I don't want it to be like a heavy, thick lower lash. So I'm just going to take that Neuschwanstein again, and I'm just barely going to put it down here, like outer 1/6 of the lower lash, like basically like that. Okay, fun part, Little Mermaid, the really, really bright coral. This is what I'm going to pop. Oh my goodness. This is the like brightest coral shimmer I think I've ever seen. Oh, I love that. It pops so much. It's so pretty. So pretty. It really pops. Okay, now I'm going to go with Belle. And Belle, I could tell. Oh yeah. Like it is just, whenever I swatched it, I was like, that is the brightest yellow gold. It's not just like gold. Like it is truly a yellow gold. And it is so smooth, you guys. Ultra smooth. Okay, and lastly, we are going to go in with Prince Charming. This is more of like a green gold. Let's see. Let's pop it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Popped in the inner corner. So it's like, yeah, it's like a green gold, much lighter, kind of like pixie dust type of gold. I love how that pops. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to take the brush and just kind of fill it in right on top as well. Okay, you guys, so pretty. Let me put a lip on real quick, and I am going to show you in the other lighting and be right back. All right, you guys, what a gorgeous look. I think this one is so beautiful. I actually think that I like this one better than the two yesterday. I just think that it's fun. It's bold without being too over the top. I think it's perfect for springtime or even summer. Love, love, love. All right, now for the final look, number 4. All right, so we only have 5 shades left. I've used every other shade. So we are going to end this video using every single shade for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with this shade here. Oh, this snowflake's so pretty. This is actually a really deep embossing on the mattes, so you get to have them look pretty for a while. And we're just going to lay that down right here in the inner portion, probably like a little more than halfway across. Ooh, that has some nice pigment. That is a beautiful gray. I am a lover of a gray matte. And I always say it's an underused shade. I love that. Love that. That really is a stunning gray. I love it. I love it. Okay, next I'm going to go in with Chalon Castle or Chillon. I don't know if this is, if it's in Spain, it could be Chillon, or it could be like Chalon. I'm not sure. But we're going to go in with that castle. We're going to lay this down on the outer portion. I wanted to see how pigmented this is. It's pretty pigmented. And it really is. I couldn't tell in some lighting if this really was a true black or if it was like a deep, 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 deep brown. But it is a black. So we have a true black matte in here that is pigmented. So I'm just going to lay this down and then I'm going to blend it out. Oh my goodness, I love how those blend together so much. It's like a dark stormy sky. This is going to be my darker look, my darker princess, or maybe it's like evil queen look. Okay, I'm going to go in with Magic Spell. I'm keeping the lower lash bare. Again, because I'm going to go so much heavier and darker on the eye. I just want the lower lash to be clean. So nothing on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with Magic Spell. The shimmer looks like it's going to be so pretty because it has this black base to it. It's one of the multi-chromes. Yes, I love it. It's this kind of charcoal-y base, and then there's green. I think there's like purple in here. Maybe some blue. It is so pretty. Right next to that black matte. That is so pretty. It's like this gunmetal with various sparkly colors in it. I think this might be my favorite in the palette. I love that that's called Magic Spell. Just kind of block that light. But I love that it's called Magic Spell. Such a smart name for that shade. And I'm also realizing how pretty this would be just like this. Like if I continued over and did it all over the lid, this would be a perfect just smoky eye. You could stop right there. But we are trying to use every shade in the palette. So we're gonna go in with Snow Queen. This is kind of the blurple. So it's definitely different from Wicked Fairy. Wicked Fairy is more purple. This is more blurple, purple blue. So I'm just going to kind of lay that right there. Now we kind of have a, like the Wicked Queen Snow White sort of look. This is that kind of blue purple that's on her cape. That's pretty. All right, now we just have one more shimmer. We have Love Story. This pretty kind of turquoisey. Ooh, this is one of the multi-chromes. So it might be kind of hard to tell because it didn't leave as much space for it, but it's like a turquoise to blue, kind of like a frozen shade. It does go really pretty into that blurply shade though. But yeah, you can see a shift on here on the finger. So pretty. There's so many possibilities. I mean, you could mix and match even like the coral with this shade. You're gonna get a very like aquatic look that way, like the ocean with the coral. There's a lot of things you can do with it, but I do like this darker kind of wickedy queen look. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness. All right, I was gonna stop it at there, but I think I want to use Prince Charming in the inner corner because I just think it would be really, really fun. So we are gonna pop that right here just to give it a little bit of inner corner drama, or kind of like, it almost reminds me of like lightning in a dark brooding sky. All right, it's time for me to choose the lip, show it in the other light, and we're going to come back and wrap up our quite amazing Fairy Tale Europe. So here it is, lip is on. I love this look. I think it's so pretty. I do feel kind of Evil Queen, then I also feel like an Ice Princess. So I feel a little Elsa-like. Love it. So pretty. All right, you guys. Big claims here. I think this is my favorite Nomad palette ever. Just all things combined, I think the packaging, just all the little thought and detail that went into it, how it makes me feel, the way that these shimmers, multi-chromes perform. And I love that you get so much versatility having the neutral shades in here. I think that was so smart. Had this been deeper blues and deeper pinks and deeper purple mattes, I just don't think it would be as wearable. But this is a special palette that you can pull out for special occasions and still look classy and not look like a clown. Like, you can really walk in and just knock people's socks off with your makeup and still just look kind of demure and princess-like. I think it's a phenomenal formula, excellent. I use every shade in here. I had zero issues with anything. Phenomenal palette. It does launch on Tuesday. I've already probably put the information on the screen, the time, and my code. Please use it if you want to save. It's just, you guys, this is so special. It'd be such a special gift. Like, just imagine if you don't have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but you want something fun, you gift this to someone, they open it up, or like a daughter. My daughter is wanting this palette really, really bad, I know. So phenomenal. Nomad, I don't know how they're going to top themselves after this. I really, really don't. I'm just like, well, let's see what they have in store next. Fantastic palette. I thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite look was in the comments. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.